Okay guys, today we are going to check out the Engl Ironball. Let's get started. Thanks for joining me for today's episode. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good time watching the episode. So I want to give a quick shout out to Motor City Guitar. Thank you so much for allowing me to take this amplifier home so that I can review it for all of my awesome subscribers here. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would appreciate that very much. And quick shout out to all my Patreon supporters and subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. So let's get started with the Engl Ironball. I'm going to dial in both channels. It has a clean channel and a high gain channel. And I'm going to start dialing in the clean channel now without any effects. And once I get it dialed in the way I like it, I'll dress it up with some chorus and delay. That sounds pretty good, so let's see what it sounds like when I dress it up with some chorus and delay. So I have my Julia chorus here, and I'll go ahead and fire that up, and my Flashback 2 delay. Let's see what we got now. Actually sounds really good. It's a very usable clean channel, and the effects loop's awesome on it as well. And by the way, I'm playing this through my Mesa 212 cab with vintage 30s, and the mics I'm using are the Royer 121 paired with the SM57. Okay, so I think we've accomplished what we needed to do with the clean channel. Very usable, very nice, warm, chimey, full, especially for a 20-watt amp. I mean, it sounds really good. So since this is a shared EQ, let's see how these same settings, at least with the EQ, sound with the high gain channel. So we'll go ahead and go over to the high gain channel now. We will start with the overdrive pedal off, and then after I get it dialed in, I will commit sacrilege and treason and turn the overdrive pedal on, you know, and see what happens then. So the overall voicing sounds pretty good on the amplifier when I have the EQ set up the way it is. It's a little bright and a little thin for my taste. So let's mess with it a little bit more and see if we can get it to sound fuller and you know, less thin. And I want to keep that aggression there. It's pretty tight. So I like that. So let's fill it up a little bit. Maybe I have to turn the gain up or turn up the bass a little bit. So let's mess around with it. So I got the gain cranked all the way up here, and it's a great rhythm channel so far. I'm looking for a little more fullness and saturation. Now there is a gain boost switch here, so let's see what happens when I engage that. Let's bring the gain down to like 2 o'clock and then engage that switch, and then we'll fine tune it from there. Okay, so that definitely filled it up a little more. I'm feeling like the amp is definitely at its limit as far as like how hard I can push it volume-wise. I feel like it's about to fall apart if I go any further. So as you could see, I have the volume, you know, right here, and the lead volume's down here. Let me mess around with those and see, you know, how I can balance this out, maybe get a little more juice out of it. All right, it seems a little more balanced now, and I noticed that when I pushed the mids a little, it brought the amp a little more forward and helped it out. So yeah, I think we're really, you know, really in a good place here with the amplifier. It sounds awesome, and it's actually pretty tight, you know. It really is. Like, there's probably some people that might not use an overdrive with it. It depends on the kind of riffs you play, you know. But that being said, so let's go ahead and engage the overdrive. We're going to use the Mud Killer in this video, and now I notice some people using an overdrive pedal is horrible, and it's something you should never do, and it's only for people that suck. They're the only people that use overdrives, you know, and good amps should never use an overdrive. And it's like the equivalent to the Thanos snap when you engage an overdrive pedal. Like, you can lose half the population. They just might disappear when you engage an overdrive pedal. But I'm just letting you guys know right now, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so, you know, if half the population disappears because of that, I guess it's just the way it's going to have to be. So let's go ahead and turn the overdrive pedal on now. Oh my God, such a horrible crime I've committed. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what the amp sounds like. What's going on here? What's happening? Oh my God, that was so weird. What is happening here? Oh, I think I disappeared. I might have been one of the people that disappeared, but I'm back. Thanks, Iron Man. I'm back. Well, let's finish the video. Where were we? Oh yeah, I was about to engage the overdrive pedal, and looks like I did, but looks like we solved the whole snap disappearing people thing. So let's see what it sounds like with an overdrive engaged. You know what? I'll go ahead and turn it off, play a few riffs, and then I'll turn it on so you can see how it affects the amplifier. Sometimes sacrilege can sound really good. It sounds amazing. So the amp became way more responsive, a lot more aggressive, and I really like how it sounds and feels now. It still sounded good before, but now it's like really, really good. So let's do some further dialing in now that I've engaged the pedal and committed such a crime. Yeah, freaking awesome. Boy, it really came to life with the pedal. And I had to, I think I adjusted the bass and the treble and presence a little bit, but I think I'm in a good place with it now. I think it sounds great. Oh, I brought the lead gain down. I tried, you know, taking the gain boost off, and it sounded great for a rhythm channel. A little emptier, so I thought, well, you know what, maybe I'll, you know, do a compromise and turn the lead boost or the lead gain boost back on, and then back the gain knob down a little, and that was my compromise because I wanted it to stay full. You know, I like a really nice full sounding amp, and with these smaller amps, I mean, they could use all the help they can get with the fullness, so I felt like that was a good compromise. So leaving the boost on and, you know, backing the gain down a hair was exactly what, you know, the amp needed. So yeah, I think this sounds freaking killer. I really do. Let's play a few more riffs on it and see what we got. I'm pretty impressed with this amplifier. I think it sounds awesome. You know, the nice thing about this too is it still kind of keeps that Engl sound coming out of it. You know, because Engls have that really specific sound that they make, and I'm hearing it in this little amplifier here as well. I mean, it just sounds really good. I'm telling you, it's a tight amp, okay? But if you boost it, it just becomes more responsive, you know, so it doesn't need a boost to tighten it up as much as it needs it just to give it a better response, at least for what I do. Everybody's tastes are going to vary, but I really like how it takes a boost, takes it really well, and it tightens up, and there's still room to tighten it up, like it doesn't get thin. You know, some amplifiers, you boost them and they thin out. This one doesn't. It stays really full, but it also gets more responsive, and I really like that a lot. So yeah, I think this is a really cool little amplifier. I really do. So let's do some lead riffs on it real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, very responsive. And this amplifier also has a lot of great articulation and note definition, string separation. So yeah, there's some good articulation here. I really like how it sounds. So, you know, so if you're looking for that affordable Engl sound and you don't have a bunch of money to get, like, you know, something like the Savage or Fireball or whatever, this actually is a pretty good option for you. Again, it has that Engl signature sound to it, but at a fraction of the price. So very cool amplifier. Again, takes a boost like a champ. Two really good channels. Like, the clean channel is awesome. Is it the best clean channel I've ever heard? No. The Diesel Herbert's the best clean channel I've ever heard, and a very close second is the JP Mark II C+. But this is a very good clean channel. There's nothing bad about it. It's chimey, it's warm, it's full. There's no weird frequencies coming out of it. There's no harshness. You know, it just sounds really good. And the high gauge channel is also a very usable channel, and it's got, again, that signature Engl sound to it, and it sounds really good. Well, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And again, to all my subscribers and Patreon supporters, I really appreciate you guys. And if you guys don't mind, it would really help me out if you hit the old like button if you enjoyed the video. I would really appreciate that. Well, I got a lot more stuff coming up for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.